poor and marginalized, these 8 Andean women waited 40 years for this day.
We are so proud. Women of Manta are fighters. We are an example to all women.
13 former soldiers were sentenced in absentia for up to 12 years in prison for the rape of girls as young as 13 during the armed conflict in Peru. The court found that soldiers who operated in the region of Manta and Vilca in the Andes between 1984 and 1994 used systematic sexual abuse as a weapon of war. 58-year-old Magda Surichaki was the first victim to denounce the widespread sexual abuses 2 decades ago.
We fought more than 20 years, but no one will return us to normality. The psychological trauma has remained in the family.
During the 2-decade armed conflict with the Maoist Shining Path, both the armed forces and the rebels were accused of raping and torturing women and girls as a way to submit and control entire communities. This case, known as Manta y Vilca, is a milestone in the prosecution of war crimes committed in Peru between 1980 and 2000. It's the first time a group of women is recognized as a victim of crimes against humanity. However, this victory may not last.
The sentences may be reversed if a congressional committee passes an amnesty law that will overturn cases typified as crimes against humanity committed before 2001, violating international law.
Congress is looking to give impunity to these crimes, so it is vindicating to correct the damage done in protection of human rights.
None of the defendants attended the sentencing, and possibly none of them will end up in jail. Many governments have been accused of turning the blind eye towards military crimes, says this human rights lawyer.
No one is trying to detain any member of the military. There are no searches nor captures, although we've demanded one interior minister after another to comply with sentences.
Despite this, lawyers will appeal the sentences for longer jail time. For now, these victims and women's rights groups say they celebrate this day of victory, one that finally arrived after a very long time. Mariana Sanchez, Al Jazeera, Lima.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.